Yo, welcome back to more Fate Hollow Ataraxia. Last time, let's just call it a fever dream, and from that fever dream, I heard some things from the voices in my head, aka you, that Ruby, well, a few things. Ruby's voice actor, also Koaku, from Melty Blood and Carnival Phantasm, not in the remake, because that's a new voice actor, along with all the other new voice actors, but very cool, because I made a reference to her talking about someone who looked good in an apron, so, Tsukihime reference, very cool, very cool. Matt reminded me, just showing last time more of the Angra possession of how Shiro is really showing how Shiro is not acting like himself, even with how he sees his ideals, and even being able to meet Kaden normally being impossible. So keep that in mind as we continue here. Other things, is there anything else? Yeah, I think that was it. Oh yeah, Blaze, you couldn't avoid Brismalia forever. I mean, if I ever check it out, I'll keep in mind not to trust Ruby, I guess. I don't know, I'm already stung about magical girl stories since seeing Madoka Magica, so that was probably gonna happen anyway. But yeah, very, very weird stuff. Though seeing magical girl read cat girl read weirdly for the second time in this game. Did I say for? Oh god, let's continue. I'm gonna click Taiga here, because we're gonna hit all these new scenes here at night. I see there is a important scene with Rin here, but before we do that, we're gonna hit all these new scenes here at night and look for any other ones as well before we continue main story wise, because the new ones we got last time were very cool and very you were something, you know. First was Sakura, and then seeing Dark Sakura, which was like holy shit, was very good. And then with the Rin being stuck in the box for a few days, I love how we were actually stuck there. I couldn't do anything else because we were stuck there, you know, talking to. Oh yeah, the other thing I wanted to mention, apparently there was a timeline there, Stray, I think you mentioned that, how 3 years, 2 years, in 1 year, about things that happened with Rin and Shiro, and Rin falling head over heels for Shiro. That was interesting. I didn't expect that. So, who was that went into the bath? Oh God.
Yeah. 何かいるか?
お茶もまだあるからいい。
The two of us are watching TV. Everyone else took quick baths tonight and went off to their respective rooms. As night fell, the only ones in the living room were myself and Ilya, who's now watching a boring-looking news program.
Ilya, 面白いか?
あんまり。でもちゃんと世情に詳しくなっておかないといけないじゃない。
Respectable.
芸能関係とかな。別
Oh,
に誰が
I
結
see.
婚して誰が離婚してなんてどうでもいいって言えば。
シロ、お風呂
Ooh,
上がりましたが。
look at Saber's hair. Saber comes in fresh from the bath. Oh yeah, Saber went last before, so that means I'm last today.
いい湯だったか、セイバー。
はい。
Looking like Arcueid's cousin. As we look on, Saber skillfully ties back her loose hair into her everyday hairstyle. I was thinking that she looks almost childlike with her hair down when...
そう。じゃあ一緒に入りましょう、シロ。
Oh god.
まあ、
Okay,
はい。
I was just about to stand up when she said that, but now I'm frozen in place. Did Ilya just say we should get in together?
何を言うのですか、イリアスフィル。
I don't know about that, Chief.
だから、シロと一緒にお風呂に入りましょうって。
Saber looks battle ready.
そうね。目的語がなかったから聞き間違えるかもしれないわね。
待ってくれ。
That's English.
何事だそれ。
What the hell kind of joke is this? Ilya needs to explain herself. Because getting into the bath with her sounds like it would be incredibly dangerous.
ダメです。
Can we not?
何を考えているのですか、イリアスフィル。
Saber flew into a rage even before me. I object.
チーバーったら不安なんだ。
Why didn't a courtroom appear?
何を言いたいのですか。
Reality marble.
お兄ちゃんが私に変なことしちゃうんじゃないのかなって不安なんでしょ。私はお兄ちゃんのこと信頼しているから平気だもんね。
Ilya's smile looks completely devoid of malice, but she's probably mocking Saber.
いえ、シロはそのような人ではない。彼があらぬ情欲に身を誤ることはありません。
そうだよね。セイバーとシローは一緒にお風呂に入っても何にもなかったんだから。
What? How does Ilya know about something like that?
あれは事故です。そうでしょう、シロ。
事故だ。偶発的なトラブルは総じて事故と呼ぶべきだ。
Did that happen in the Fate Route? Look, I played Fate Route Railton Nua. I also played UBW Railton Nua. Heaven's Feel is the only one I've seen uncensored. So I don't remember. I remember walking in on Saber in the bath, taking a bath or whatever. But did they bathe together in Railton Nua? I don't remember. Again, that was a long time ago. And considering that part of my playthrough is lost forever, it doesn't help. Sadness.
あら、事故でも一緒にお風呂で温まったりしないわよね。私より大人のセイバーが入ってもそうだったんだから。私じゃ何にもないよね、お兄ちゃん。
She then smiles at me, ignoring the embarrassed Saber. There's no response I can give to that.
いけません、イリアスピール。
なんで？そんなにお兄ちゃんとのお風呂をセイバーが一人で独占したいって？セイバーったらもう。
そんなことはありません。ですが、男女が混浴など風紀の敏乱です。よくありません。
Hear, hear. This situation would certainly become outrageous if mixed bathing were allowed. Even though the bathing order mayhem would be resolved, any form of sanity would soon go out the window.
私やイリアスピールならいい。ですが、リンやサクラであれば、一体どうするのですか？
どうするの？シロ？
No, even if she asks me that, in situations like this, a man should drink his tea in silence and not comment any further. Although, to be honest, what I'd really like to do is escape to my room and not deal with this mess.
どうです。このように、シロも混浴は望んでいません。
Observe.
そうなのかな？ちゃんと中身を覗いてみないとわからないわよ。
Hey, what did she say? What the fuck? What the fuck, Ilya? No. Ilya smiles as those terrifying words leave her mouth. Does she really mean people like that? Ah, of course she does. This might not be a big deal to Ilya, but if it's even possible, I'd like her to stop soon. Not the only one. Ilya fixed a dissatisfied glare on me as I shake my head.
ブーブー、そんなセイバーだけシローと一緒なんてずるい。私も一緒に入る。
いけません。とにかく混浴は禁止です。
もう、じゃあ水着つければいいでしょね。
This is turning into one of those hot springs travel TV shows. Moreover, wearing a towel, let alone swimsuit, is generally not allowed in a hot spring. You're taught from an early age not to get into the bathtub with the towel on and... Wait, Ilya, swimsuit?
プールならみんな水着で混浴じゃない。これなら文句ないわよね、セイバー。
そうきましたか。確かにそうなればですが。
だってセイバーだってシローと一緒にプールに行ったんだよね。私セイバーに2つもリードされてるじゃない。
God damn it. That's true. We did go to Waku Waku with Saber, Erin, and Sakura. But not Ilya. We didn't get to take our sis. It seems that Ilya is quite displeased by that. I see. So Ilya had a swimsuit of her own, huh?
イリア、それならプールの方がいい。
That works.
うちの風呂場の中でイリアの水着を見てもパッとしないからな。それはもったいない。それならちゃんとプールで見たい。
Yeah, it'd be a waste for her to wear it in that cramped bathroom. It would be much better to see it in the summery atmosphere of the pool. Even if we were going into a bath together, I'd much rather it be in a natural hot spring like this kind of rocky, open-air type bath. Oh, I remember getting all the Tiger Dojo stamps. Why is Fujine there?
じゃあ私と一緒にプールに行こう、シロー。
シントのワクワクザブーンですか？
そんな名前だったかしら。とにかく私も行くんだからシロー、いいわね。
そうだな。けどその時はイリアだけじゃなくて 他のみんなも誘う。
She's not gonna like that.
ふん。じゃあ
Oh,
リズとシラ
Oh,
も
hell
連
yeah.
れてこようか。
dude, this is what I wanted. I wanted everyone to like go together.
あのメイドさんたち。うわ。
And oh, jeez, Liz and Sella. Um, those two maids would be in swimsuits. Oh goodness, I've never weirdly enough, I've never like really looked at them that way, like how I look at Ryder. But in that scenario, I can't even imagine what that would be like. Actually, it's hard to picture them dressed as anything other than maids. Yeah, you saw those curves in that
それはいい
silhouette?
話です。
Jesus.
それであれば私も一緒に行かせていただきます。
ふふふん。セイバーってそんなにシロのことが心配なんだ。
それが私の務めですから。
わかった。じゃあ俺は風呂入ってくる。
All right. Well, that worked out. The topic of my bath sure turned into a big deal. Although taking Ilya to the pool sounds like it'll be fun.
じゃあ一緒に入ろう。シロ
God damn it, Ilya.
イリアスフィールあなたは人の話を聞いていませんね。
ふふん。一緒にプールに行く約束をしてもまだシロと一緒にお風呂は諦めたわけじゃないんだからね。
What just broke? Ilya getting in with me would be dangerous in more ways than one. While Saber is keeping her occupied, I hurry up and get my bath over with. Oh wait, well I see what else we're doing this part. Okay. Oh, we can just... Yeah, why not? Speaking of that... What does that mean? I was about to go out, but I stop. I suddenly remembered the promise I made with Ilya. Today's weather is great, so we should take advantage of the opportunity. Ilya has been lazing on the living room floor. The TV is still on, a book is wide open on the table, and there are the remains of cake on a plate. She's actually bored out of her mind.
珍しいなイリア。うちでゴロゴロしてるなんて。今日は他にやることないのか？
ないよ。もったいないよね。今日は夜まで眠らなくていいのに、そういう時に限って退屈。
Sprawled on the floor, she starts childishly kicking her feet.
イリア、ちょっと待ちなさい。あ、そういう体勢で足を動かすとだな。
Sorry, what?
何か言った？シロ。
She's let herself go. She's always been somewhat of a tomboy, but it looks like the normally well-mannered Ilya is so bored she's completely lost her refinement.
まあ、タイミング的にはいいってことだし。よし、イリア、そんなに暇ならプールに行こう。
Instantly, Ilya stops her kicking.
シロ、今なんて。
いや、今日は秋にしちゃ暑いし、前にセイバーと3人で約束したじゃないか。今度、一緒にプールに行こうって。
それって、私と？
イリアと。今には俺とイリアしかいないだろ。
Reality marble, Ilya's happiness. The apathetic mood of the living room suddenly changes into rose-colored ecstasy. What is that building in the distance?
やったー！シロとプールにデートだー！
そんなに喜んでくれると、
Jesus.
こっちも行き先は例のプールだけどいいかな。
She's so happy.
もちろん噂の一大テーマパークでしょ。ちゃんと水着も用意してあるんだから今すぐにでも出かけられるわ。
お、なら午前中から行くか。俺も準備はすぐ済むし。
グツグツしてたら邪魔者がやってきちゃうし、電撃作戦で行きましょう。
Blitzkrieg.
いけませんお嬢様。エミヤ様とデート
Right
な
on
ど
time.
お戯れにも程があります。
You're coming too.
せや、城に戻ってたんじゃないの？
いいえ、今朝は最悪の星回りだったので残っていたのです。
Horoscope.
特に男女関係の占いが最悪でした。
Oh
ですので
god.
エミヤ様がお嬢様に失礼をしないよう空き部屋に
In
忍
a
んでおり
vacant
ました。
chamber. How ominous. Well, okay. Actually, isn't it even more bad mannered to hide in an empty room in somebody else's house?
空き部屋違う。セラ、誰も使ってない部屋を自分用に改造してる。
忌々しいですが、ここはお嬢様の別荘のようなものですからね。万が一に備え部屋を一つ接収しておいただけです。
Hahaha. I'd expect such words from a dictator, much less a rude maid.
要するに盗み聞きしていたわけね。あまり褒められた趣味じゃないわね、セラ。
Elia scowls at her maidservant. Yup, I nod in agreement.
お叱りはごもっとも。ですがこれもお嬢様を思ってのこと。何卒ご理解のほどを。それにですね、繰り返しますが、デートというものはお嬢様にはいささか早いかと。加えてあんな
何？
プールなどという低俗なレジャーに興味を持たれてはいけません。私たちのような下々
Vulgar
の者
pursuits
は
of
ともか
leisure.
く、イリア・ソフィール様は高貴な血を受け継ぐお方。無造無造の人間たちに素肌をお見せになるなど、はしたないにも程があります。そもそもお嬢様の素肌を拝することのできる殿方は将来を誓い合った方のみです。
She's blushing. Elia is taken aback. She sure is old-fashioned is what I was thinking, but to think that she would be this adamant about it.
よし、セラのイリア論は置いておいて、プールがはしたないっていうセラはプールには行かないのか？
I have a feeling I've seen a person strongly resembling Sella there once. We did, didn't we? Did we?
そうですね。好きか嫌いかで言えばとても難しい問題になるのですが。
セラ、こっちに来てから3着目の水着すごい。
Perfect.
プール自体に罪はありません。
Dude, did you see Sella's silhouette? Goddamn hourglass.
私が問題視しているのはプールに群がる民草たちであってですね。
なんだ、なら貸し切りにすればいいじゃない。
Reserve the whole blaze.
に
Unintentionally, my eyes meet
イ
Sella's.
リア、貸し切りってワクワクザブーンを貸し切り？
そうよ、別におかしくないでしょ。ほら、デパートに行くときだって一日貸し切りにしたりするじゃない。
Silly Shiro, her curious expression says. Speaking of curious, why is this princess even wasting her time here at the Emiya household?
セラ、すぐに手配なさい。手段は問わないわ。まだ開場していないし、魔術を使わずとも金銭だけで解決できるでしょ。
あ、いえ、お嬢様、それは。
できないなんて返事はないわよね。私はアインツベルンの後継者で、あなたはそのメイド長なのよ。私ができると判断したことを。
できます。あの程度の施設を貸し切るぐらい今すぐ何とかしてみせますとも。ですがお嬢様、エミヤ様を同伴するというのは。
そっちも問題ないわ。シロは私の将来の伴侶だもの。プールに同伴するのは当然でしょ。
I don't remember what that word means.
に
Unintentionally. Uh-oh. I couldn't meet Sella's eyes. Scary. This is absurdly terrifying. And also somehow noisy.
かしこまりました。
Sounds like someone's in the fridge, probably Saber.
それではお嬢様はどうしてもエミヤ様とプールに行くとおっしゃるのですね。
そうよ。今日ばっかりは止めても聞かないから。
Ilya's determination is firm. Scylla takes one more worried look at Ilya and another far more annoyed one at me.
わかりました。お嬢様がそこまでおっしゃるのでしたらお止めいたしません。ただし私からも一つ条件がございます。
条件？
はい。どうしてもエミヤ様とプールに行くというのでしたら。
The scheming maid grins broadly. Okay. Wasting no time at all, she proceeds to explain her bargaining point concisely.
そんなこと？
はい、その程度のことでございます。
Ilya and I had expected much more opposition. Scylla's request seems simple enough, so Ilya readily accepts her proposal. Let me correct myself. She makes the mistake of accepting Scylla's proposal. Oh god, what is this proposal? Hey!
こんな日にザブーンを貸し切りとはさすがアインツベル。そんな無駄遣い死んでもする気になれないけど、人様がやってくれる分には気分いいわ。
I got that endless cursed treasure.
全くです。その上、誘われなかった私たちにまで声をかけてくれるとは感謝します、イリアスフィール。今まであなたのことを誤解していたようだ。そしてシロ、あなたのことも誤解していたようだ。
Yo, everyone's here. I love it.
本日臨時閉館って書いてある。すごいな。こんなの一生に一度あるかないかですよね。
You know, it had gotten to a point where I thought this wasn't gonna happen. I'm glad I clicked this, finally.
で、きっと普通は一回もないですよね。イリアさん、ありがとうございます。今日は私、ずっと端っこでおとなしくしてますから。
さくら、遠慮することはありません。
Perfect. Now it's a party.
プールサイドでは誰もが平等です。あそこは肉体のみが勝敗を決する場所。あなたなら十分に主役になり変われるでしょう。あら、ずいぶん強気ね、ライダー。けどプールサイドの女神は完璧主義者よ。一部だけむやみに育っていても他の部分が劣っていたら微笑まないわ。ところでさくら、ちょっと太ったんじゃない？
Damn.
確かにその点で言えば不安材料はありますが。
That's fucked up, Rain.
それならライダーが一番ですよ。
何ですかライダー、私の肩に何か？いえ、そうですね。
Oh my god.
人の思考はそれぞれ。
Relax.
ボリューム派か、バランス派か、困った派か。審査員の趣味が偏っていた場合、最強の敵はセイバーか、あるいは
Biased preferences.
バランスよ。パラメーターはバランスよく最高じゃないと意味がないわ。ドベネックのオケって知ってる？
I have not.
日本人なら一点豪華主義ではないでしょうか。ほら、戦艦ヤマトのなんとか主義みたいな。
I don't know what that barrel was or what exactly it is, but it looks like different parts of it were different measurements, but there's probably one that you can fill it up to that is balanced. I don't know, I didn't see if there was any that were super low, but
二人が何を言っているのか理解できませんが、ライダー、あなたはどうなのです？
the battleship Yamato.
私は論外です。多少体格が優れていようが、あなたたちには遠く及びません。
Disagree.
セイバー、あなたはその体の素晴らしさをもっと噛み締めるべきなのです。
The group strolls happily through the park in front of the train station. It's hard to say anything. We're in the same party as they are.
ごめんね、シロ。
いや、俺の方こそごめん、イリア。
It's not that I hadn't noticed Scylla eavesdropping. My mistake was my carelessness in bringing up the subject of the pool with the Emiya residents in the first place.
おや、どうなされましたか、エミヤ様。先ほどから元気がないようですが。そのような低たらくではお嬢様をエスコートできませんよ。
そうそう。シロ、元気出す。
Liz claps me on the shoulder. What was the condition? Let's return to the conversation from an hour ago. The one condition that Scylla brought out was take other people with you. Oh, I mean, what we said, so that works.
そんなことか。
仕方ないけど、セイバーぐらいだったらいいわ。
それでよろしいのですね。うん。それではケツを取りましょう。貸し切りのワクワクザボーンに行きたい方、どうぞお入りください。
はーい。午後の予定を
Oh,
全部
hello.
キャンセルして同伴させていただくわ。
I don't know where you jumped in from, but that was impressive. I guess strengthening her legs, like in the UBW anime.
人数は多い方がいいですよね。
Or just like in the Fate prologue. I don't know why I said UBW anime specifically, but it looked really cool there. Also, hi, they opened the floodgates to everyone wanting to come.
さくら、あなたまで盗み聞きしてたの？
盗み聞きとは人聞きの悪い。私たちはたまたま思い立って廊下の雑巾掛けをしていただけです。ちなみにリンは縁側の誇り取りを、そしてそちらの
私は取っておいた甘食を思い出したので台所に用があっただけですが。
I was much too careless. It's been a few minutes since Ilya's shout of joy. While we weren't paying attention, the living room had been completely surrounded.
どうしたのよ二人とも。もうすぐザブンよ。行く前から疲れてちゃ大変よ。
誰のせいだと思ってる。
She objects with half-opened eyes. The bustle was nice, I suppose, but we had been hoping for a little quieter outing. I love this. This is what I wanted. Everyone together having a good time, and probably by the end of it, Ilya will have a good time as well.
やったー。素人プールにデートだー。
When I think back to how happy Ilya had been, I can't think of anything to say.
目に見えて不満そうなんだから、相変わらずそういうところははっきりしてるのね。
なんだよ、そういうところって。
好き嫌いは少ないくせに嫌なことは隠さないってところ。やっぱりイリアと二人っきりの方が良かった？
当然だろ。初めっからそういう約束だったんだから。
じゃあ二人っきりになれば、頃合いを見て私たちは別行動するからね。セイバーたちはもちろん
Oh my
セラと
god.
リズムをこっちに引き込んであげる。
Doska quietly whispers in my ear. I'm not sure if she actually feels bad for Ilya, but her overflowing kindness is scaring me instead, right?
ありがたいけど、なんか企んでないだろうな。
Yeah, I don't like that look on her face.
あら、人聞きの悪い。私、覗きや盗み聞きはいたしません。存分にイリアと楽しんできてくださいな。
ますます怪しい。というか、いいのか？年頃の女の子と男を二人っきりにして。
その点はエミヤ君を信頼していますから。私たちが見張ってなくても健全なお付き合いをするでしょ。
Was that supposed to be a warning?
しばらくはみんなで楽しみましょう。一日は長いんだしね。
And with the parting wave, she makes a beeline back to Saber's group. She's hopping back and forth not unlike a piston in a reciprocating engine.
リンも困ったものね。あそこまでわかりやすいお人よしも。シロと同じって言ったの。リンはリンなりに気を使ってるってこと。まず自分が楽しくなくちゃダメって原則があるところがシロとは違うんだけど。
With a complete change of heart, Ilya's voice is brimming with cheerfulness. It's as if her somber mood earlier was nothing but an act.
イリア、いいのか？約束通りになってないの？
こうなったら仕方ないものね。 それよりプラスを考えようと思って。シローが誘ってくれてもってこいのプールがあってみんなが集まってるなんてめったにないでしょ。
It's a good time. Now that she mentions it, this is no less special than going to the pool alone with Ilya.
そうだな。1年に一度あるかないかだ。
でしょ。楽しまないとそれこそもったいないわ。私たちも気兼ねなく過ごしましょう。期待してたのとは違うけど楽しいことに変わりはないんだし。
She smiles sweetly. There's still a few more minutes until we reach our destination. With cheerfulness that couldn't possibly lose to Tosca's group, Ilya managed the rest of the journey with gusto. Good. It'll be
本当
good.
に誰もいないな。
Facing each other like rows and rows of mirrors, the quiet dressing room is lined with unused lockers. I'm the only person in this room that would normally be teeming with poolgoers. Though this is obvious given that we've reserved the whole park, the fact that I'm the only man in this huge space makes me a little nervous.
よし、準備完了。
That's true.
先にプールサイドに行ってろって話
It
だ
would
った
have been
な。
cool if like Archer or Lancer could have come to hang out as well, but that would have just been trouble probably. I don't know. I shut my locker and head for the pool deck.
Huh?
On the way out, I'm troubled by the sight of a single closed locker. Oh. Stifling the urge to shout, "Echo!" I hurry over to the poolside. You dork. The summer rays beat down relentlessly. I spy man-made waves as far as the eye can see. Incredible. Again, for some reason I want to shout. I had my worries about feeling lonely with such a wide-open place reserved for us, but now it's clear that those doubts were unnecessary. It sounds awesome.
入りたいな。泳ぎたいな。沈みたいな。
Have all the space to yourself? And your friends? Hell yeah. My body itches with anticipation. Seeing such a huge, totally uninhabited pool makes me want to charge forth with a war cry and dive right in.
頑張った。みんな来てるんだから先走って遊んでどうする？
It's times like these when I have to exercise my masculine integrity. Ah, yes. If I touch the water, I know I won't be able to take it any longer. Hold up, stretch. Oh, God. Take a stretch if you need one. If I touch the water, I know I won't be able to take it any longer, so I head away from the pool for a bit to wait for Saber and the rest.
お待たせしました。やはりシローが一番乗りでしたね。
あ、セイバー。
I turn to face the voice behind me. Allow me to make a confession. Until now, I hadn't truly understood what a big deal it was to go to the pool with everyone. Okay, so I was gonna mention this before. His head is gonna fucking explode with everyone in their swimsuits. And here it is.
どうでしょうか、シロー。水着は初めてなので、馴染めているか自信はないのですが。
Her eyes show half anxiety and half anticipation.
いいか悪いかで言えばとんでもない。
I, who has just been whacked over the head by a surprise attack, am unable to form a single coherent thought. Bonk. The white color suits Saber, and the bold yet minimalist design provides a direct contrast. In other words, she looks super cute. A bikini-style swimsuit that highlights the natural beauty of her bare skin.
ありがとう。シローの水着もよく似合っています。
ああ、よかった。ありがとう。で、遠坂とかはどうしてるんだ？
リンたちも時期来るでしょう。更衣室に入ってからは別行動でして、プールサイドに行くのは早いもの順だと話し合っていた
So
の
we
です
could all,
が。
one by one, enthrall you.
そうですね。着替えという点では私たちの方が楽ですから。さくらたちはもうしば
Oh, that
らく
makes
かかる
sense.
かと。
And Ryder. At the sound of the second voice, a tingle runs down my spine. Just now, that voice, as cool as ice, came from... You love to see it. An alluring, sultry figure, a sharp contrast to Saber's. A black swimsuit that also suits her well, yet its design is bold in a far different adult way. It's a bikini like Saber's, but somehow I get a more mature vibe coming from her. Even so, the air of glamour around her probably comes from the fact that her slightly less revealing swimsuit nonetheless leaves little of her curvaceous figure to the imagination. Hot. Thus, two of us tense... at the sight of Ryder. Her face. Yo. I don't know what Saber's thinking, but I have no more excuses left to beg for forgiveness with. As a man, I simply can't take my eyes off her.
これはまた
I swallow the half-conceived words before they leave my mouth. After all, right after Saber, another incredibly stunning spectacle just appeared before my eyes.
タイミングが悪かったでしょうか。その様子からすると大切な話をしていた時に割り込んでしまいましたか。
And of course, Ryder gets a completely wrong idea.
いえ、そのようなことはないのですが。そうですね。驚かされたというのは事実です。素直に敗北を認めましょう、ライダー。私もあなたの半分でいいから身長が欲しかった。
セイバー、言いたくはありませんが、敗北感に打ちひしがれているのは私の方です。あなたは自分の素晴らしさが分かっていない。私の方こそ、せめてあなたの十分の
Big disagree. Ryder mumbles something incoherently. The two of us watch as Ryder seems to shrink back pitifully.
なんで打ちひしがれているかはわからないが、ライダーの水着姿すごくかっこいいぞ。セイバー
The
と並んでる
greatest
と古今
banquet.
東西のごちそうが並んでるみたいだ。
Holy shit. Wow, am I pathetic? I talk about food even when I'm praising someone. No, that's about right.
シローの気持ちはよしとしますが、その表現はいただけません。かっこいいなど言われて喜ぶ女性はいないでしょう。
そう？
Who happy being called cool? Oh my
今度
god.
水着姿なら最上の褒め言葉だと思うけど。
A third challenger appears, basically. I'm ready for anything, but after the nuclear strike that was Saber and Ryder, nothing could possibly faze me now. I turn my head towards the new voice. And there, making a gorgeous display, she walks up in a red swimsuit with a hand on her hip.
どう？女にとって水着は戦闘服みたいなものよ。可愛いよりかっこいいってコンセプトの方がらしいと思わない？
Without thinking, we awkwardly nod at Tosaka, her attitude brimming with confidence. First white, then black, and now a flashy red bikini. It's the kind of design I'd otherwise feel embarrassed to even look at, but the person in question carries herself with such magnificence that I could stare at it with a clean conscience all day.
で、感想は？
The confidence.
らしい。グーの音も出ないほど遠さからしい。
Of course, she's certainly elegant, but at the same time, there's a loveliness about her that I regrettably will have to leave to myself.
戦闘服。
How sweet.
なるほど。白兵戦を行わない魔術師なら水着でも戦える。水中戦になれば圧倒的に有利ということですか。
I mean, she does alright in hand to hand. But yes.
確かに見て
Underwater
気持ちの
combat.
いい凛らしい着こなしと言えるでしょう。
Very elegant. Ryder hangs her head as she acknowledges Tosaka's splendor.
ありがとう。けど私がこうやっていられるのはみんながいるからなんだけどね。
Like, actually, if Ryder carried herself with Reen's confidence, it would... No contest. For me, it basically already is, but, you know.
みんなタイプが違うから恥ずかしがってる場合じゃないってこと。自分の持ち味を生かさないと埋もれちゃうっていうか。総合的なプロポーションじゃライダーが最強だしね。
Yeah, I agree. Sorry, I looked at something on my phone and I wasn't processing what was going on for that page. Indeed, Saber nods in assent with Tosaka-sensei's lecture, but Ryder isn't so quick to agree. They write,
そ
though.
れがあなたの持論ですか。なんと恥知らずなのでしょう。遠さからしい自己顕示欲です。
Now this will be interesting.
Hmm?
Everyone turns to face the unexpected retort. A fourth speaker had entered the conversation without anyone noticing. That is without a doubt. Yo! Oh my god! Who? Dude, that's fucking Sella? Yo. Wow. Tosca and I stare intently at the fourth woman. At our rude gazes, the silver-haired woman's face becomes clouded with a frown. Hey, wait. Silver hair, red eyes, and that manner of speech.
セラ
私たちは必要以上に肌を晒しませんから。冷装を脱いだ今、わからないのは当然です。
I can't really imagine her wearing anything other than her usual maid uniform. That is crazy. What the hell? Even though her brilliant green bathing suit is just a one piece, it's like a breath of fresh air. It's probably because Sella herself always has that prim and proper air about her. Her facial expression aside, the phrase ideal woman springs to mind.
何ですかその目は。文句があるのでしたらどうぞ遠慮なく。私はあくまでお嬢様にお付き合いしたまでです。見も知らぬ他人ならいざ知らず、名前を知る方たちに見せるものではないと自覚していますから。
Scylla hastily covers her body. Sure, she might not have much confidence in her own looks, but...
他人なら気にならなくて、私たちは気になるの？いえ、違うわね。そっか、セラさんは堅物だし、知人じゃなくてエミヤくんっていう男の視線が。
Ah.
なんという誤解でしょう。
That yeah.
私は単にアインツベルに連なるものとして不完全な体を見せることに恥じいているだけです。あなただってプロポーションではライダーに負けるからと恥じいていたでしょう。
別にそりゃボリュームじゃ勝てないけど、全体的なバランスなら負けてないもの。いいじゃない。みんなそれぞれ特徴のある水着姿なんだから。
You're all
そんな
you.
のさっきからエミヤくんの百面相が証明してるでしょ。セイバーもライダーも私もセラさんもみんなそれぞれに魅力があるんであって、誰かにどこか負けてるからって恥じる必要はな。
Tosca's expression freezes. I think she just took that back after seeing someone. Of course. The subject of her gaze and the anxious owner of this fifth voice rushes over to us in a fluster. Do that open mouth smile. With all her might, Tosca tries to continue her speech. That everyone had their own charms in a swimsuit. That losing to someone else's figure in one area was no cause for concern. It's very nice of her to be saying this, it really is. But her reaction is understandable too. God damn it. I mean, what's up with that? Okay, Seinfeld writer, she can overlook. She's older than us and a foreigner, and originally a goddess of fertility. It's not hard to believe she's cut from a different cloth than the rest of us. But, seeing this girl, younger than all of us, and a blood-related sister sporting guns. It's high caliber as that, Jesus fucking Christ. It's certainly enough to make even Tosca tremble, let alone create trouble for me. God. God damn it, Shiro. Tosca's former aplomb gives way to melancholy. That one eye says a lot. Her eyes bore into Sakura's chest. Sakura's just all happy. With a start, Sakura freezes in her tracks. Tosca's tone is dripping with something more akin to death agony than her usual sarcasm. How should I put it? It's like she's clinging to her last shred of reason and asking a normal question that any older sister would ask. Nevertheless...
違いますよ、桜。リンはあなたの脅威がまた増えたことに恐れおののいているのです。
And with a single sentence, the writer draws the line between the strong and the weak in this battle.
やだな、姉さん。そうだったんですか。大丈夫。全然気にすることないですよ。水着の魅力は人それぞれ。一部分だけ優れていてもしょうがないし。ほら、姉さんも言ってたじゃないですか。全体的なバランスが重要なんだって。
Sakura's smile is so smug, I can almost hear the oh ho 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 gloating in her voice.
覚えてなさいよ、さくら。
Oh, that's great.
お見事でした。
Excellent
リン
work.
で初勝利を収めたばかりか、完膚なきまで叩きのめすとは。
I'm not mad at that, to be honest.
それでこそ
Good job.
私の桜です。
やっちゃったライダー。バストサイズなら無敵です。
The devil has fled. However, this has only led to the birth of an even more fearsome demon.
ああ、なあ、さくら。遠坂も悪気があったわけじゃなし、なんだ。
No, rather she didn't bear Sakura even a millimeter of ill will.
先輩は甘いです。プールサイドは女の戦場。力なき者は泣きながら逃げ帰るのみなんです。ここでは脅威イコール支配力なんです。
Sakura's getting fired up like I've never seen her before. Did someone clap? And the writer is dutifully extolling the tyrant's words with applause. Ah.
さくら、その考えは危うい。力こそ正義というのなら、さらなる力に敗れましょう。今なら間に合います。やけを起こしてジュースをリットル飲みしているリンに手を差し伸べてくるべきだと。
By the leader.
心配ないですよ、セイバーさん。私を脅かす敵はいませんから。
I mean, writer, but I don't know. Liz might come out and I don't know.
今日のワクワクザブーンはマトさくら最良の日なんです。
Sakura's happy.
今日だけはセイバーさんにも姉
They
さんに
won't
も
let this last.
他の誰にも負けられないの。
Sakura's way too happy. There's no way they let this last. A bolt of lightning crashes down. Sakura is overflowing with unprecedented confidence. It's hopeless. If she shows me those, I definitely have to cast my vote for... No, wait. What the hell is that? Here we go.
セイバー、知ってたのか。
はい。着替えの時、彼女に手伝ってもらったので。
We both let out solemn signs of exasperation. It's Liz, isn't it?
先輩？セイバーさん？どうしたんです？そんなありえないものを見たような顔しちゃって。
何って、その通りだよ、さくら。
残念です。短い変化でした。さくら。
やだな、ライダーまで。振り返るの。
Timidly, Sakura follows her gaze. And there...
ありえないです。
Okay, Liz. Okay. Surpassing even Sakura, the sixth challenger enters the fray. I like her hair.
セラ、何かあった？
Yo, Liz is hot. What the fuck? Goes without saying who this next person is. The other maid Liz, also known as Lacerit.
気にすることはありませんよ、リーゼリット。今のはちょっとした負け犬の遠吠えですから。負
け犬？さくらが？
まあ、リズの水着が破壊力ありすぎて、さくらが参っちまったんだ。
Hold the L, Sakura. It's all good. Ryder was the queen anyway, but hey, Liz. Goddamn.
力はより強い力に破れる。
Yo.
こんなに骨身に染みた教訓は初めてです。
That's great.
分かってくれたのね、さくら。そう、大事なのはバランスなのよ、バランス。人間一つのことにとらわれちゃいけないわ。はい、思い知りました、姉さん。私なんてまだまだ胃の中の蛙でした。
There. And so the losers renew their bonds of sisterly love. There you go. It all worked out.
二人とも水着似合ってるな。
Yeah.
割と外に出ないイメージがあったから、プールは苦手なのかと思った。もったいない。 これならもっと早く
If I had
と一緒に誘えばよかった。
Ilya herself would probably feel better knowing the two of them are around.
結構です。プールでしたらたまに息抜きで足を運びますから。
そうなの？
ですね。割と見かけますよ、セラの方は。
I guess we have seen her before.
森には川がないからセラ泳ぐの好きだし。
私の趣味などどうでもよいでしょう。それよりお嬢様です。リーゼリット、お嬢様のお着替えは済んだのですか？
はい、イリア出番。
I look around wondering when she appeared. Huh? There's something wrong with me. My vision's gone out of focus, and oddly enough, I'm unable to form any words.
なんと可憐な。よく似合っています、イリアスフィール。ほんとほんと、イメージがここまで変わるなんて、ピンク色見直したわ、私。なんかドキドキしますね、先輩。
そっか。
At the sound of Sakura's voice, I absently nod in agreement.
エミヤ様、まだお言葉をいただいておりませんが。
Cello's polite speech almost seemed like a foreign language to me. My blank mind is unable to come up with a reply.
エミヤ様、
そんなの聞かなくていいわ、セラ。シローの顔を見ればわかるでしょ。
ですがお嬢様、このような機会はエミやシローにとって一緒に、いいえ、この先輪廻転生を繰り返したところであるかないかです。
もう大げさなんだから、セラは。シローだって困ってるじゃない。そんなのいつでもいいや。
Ilya merely skips towards the water. With a flourish of her glimmering silver hair, she suddenly turns and says,
大変長らくお待たせいたしました。みんなで遊び倒すザブーンの日、これより会場といたします。
There you go. Whoa, shit. A gun salute accompanies her opening remarks. Thus, the curtain rises on the never-ending summer festival that began with a whimsical idea. Time flew by like sand in a funnel. Splitting into two teams, we ran events like the 100-meter relay, beach volleyball from hell, turning the current in the flow pool lounge up to maximum, a great rubber boat survivor battle, and so forth. Jesus. What the fuck is beach volleyball from hell? Damn. Current to maximum sounds dangerous. I want to see that boat survivor battle. Is that read on the bottom? What the fuck? Nearly running out of ideas for games involving a large number of people, we finally settled down for lunch at 1 o'clock. That is a glorious image. God damn it, I love Ryder. I've been taking advantage of the break to relax on a bench. I don't know if Ilya's group is resting as well. They seem to be splashing around in the wave pool. Saber and Sakura and the rest are clearly having fun, but Ilya I simply can't look at with a straight face. What a sight. Could it be that I've gotten myself lost in some unbelievable paradise? I mean, that's... seems to be the case. It's kind of the whole game.
すごいよね。ちょっとないかな、この展開は。
だろう。僕年人と言われる俺でも下手すればどうにかしそうだ。
この状況で生殖本能が生きり立たないのはボスとして問題ありますけどね。
いくら俺でもそれぐらいは真っ当だぞ。
Ha ha ha, we share a hearty chuckle.
って何普通に混ざってるんだお前。
Yeah, wait, hold up. I didn't question that voice. I was like, wait. When the fuck did you get here? Also, is this is your place, right?
あれ？初めに気づいてたと思ってたんですけど、スルーされちゃってました？それはごめんなさいでした。挨拶遅れちゃいましたね。
We saw your ridiculous outfit in your older form before for some reason. You gave us Hanafuda. Hello. I hate that. No matter how well behaved you may act, it'll never be enough to put my mind at ease.
なんでここにいるんだよ。貸し切りだぞ今日は。
知ってますよ。貸し切りに許可出したの僕ですからね。
許可出したってつまり。
この施設僕がオーナーです。
He answers plainly. Right, let's not think too hard about that for now.
通りで最悪のね。
Confirmed.
まあそれ
Let's
は
not think too hard about that.
いくらオーナーでも混ざって
The
いる
name,
わけじゃない
eh?
ぞ。
I like it.
そこはそれちょっとしたイレギュラーということで。それともお兄さんは青い人とか赤い人がやってきた方が良かった
I
ですか。
kinda want them to be here.
さっき不法侵入しようとしていたんで僕が追い払っておいたんですけど。
Like, I prefer them be here than just watch Shiro go awooga the whole time. You chased them off, how dare you?
いつもあなたを誤解していた。
I firmly shake his hand. He returns the handshake with a happy smile. In that very moment, our acquaintance was forged into a true friendship, if only for a single day. Oh, how nice. I like Kid Gil. Serves them right, that damn macho servant duo. Man, those are my boys, man.
は感謝なんだが、何が目的なんだお前。
別にこれと言ってありませんけど。人の恋路になんとやらです。僕の本命もいませんしね。
Your heart's desire is not here.
本命？
If I recall, he's not talking about Saber. For some reason, his tastes are different when he's in this form. And who would that be?
セイバーさんは悪くないんですけどね。
Isn't too bad.
ヘビは趣味じゃありませんし、増加にも興味はありません。
Wow.
魔術師のお姉さんたちは、ま
If I have free
時間
time,
があったらで
okay.
しょうか。
Okay, kid Yogamesh, relax. And who? Again, he lets it all out nonchalantly. He's either the man who's only interested in one girl or the boy who will steal the attention of anyone he cares to. Either one comes with his own dangers.
ところで、そういうお兄さんこそ目的は何なんですか？本命さんが決まっているなら、のんびりしてる場合じゃないでしょう。
I mean, I would go to Ryder if I could, but Sakura would likely just yeet us out of the water park. I know that even without you saying it to my face. I finally recall why we went so far out of our way to come here.
そうだった。さっきから伸ばし伸ばしにしてたんだ。もしかしてお前。
Did he sneak over here after watching and being unwilling to just let that pass?
まさか考えすぎか。
あれ、もう行くんですか？
まあ、イリアに泳ぎを教えなくちゃ。
Yeah, I vastly prefer like the wholesome brother-sister moments between them. For obvious reasons. I thought I heard him mutter, it was no need to interfere after all.
はい、それじゃあまたいつか。僕は引っ込みますから、妹さんとごゆっくりどうぞ。
Pushing his way through the tall grass, the childlike owner of Splash leaves like a gentleman. Right then, I stand up from the bench and slap my cheeks.
おい、イリア。
I call over to Ilya while waving. It's a little late, but I'm fulfilling my promise now. Anyway, first the plan was to work up plenty of spirit and use it to set up a swimming class for Ilya, but...
ほら、全然大丈夫でしょ。私、ちゃんと泳げるんだから。
なんと。
Mission accomplished. Ilya, who hadn't taken part in the 100-meter relay earlier this morning, is putting on a fantastic show of the front crawl.
なんてことだ。俺より泳ぎうまいじゃないか、イリア。
めったに泳がないけど、泳ぎは得意中の得意なの。その気になれば、荒波の中だって泳げるんだから。
Stormy seas.
疲れるからやらないけどね。
Might have made her upset. Until I brought her out here to the middle of the wave pool, she had been in a good mood.
すまん。でもイリアが泳げるなら午後はやれることが増えるな。
ええ、そうね。 それも悪くはないけど、その前にもうちょっと休みましょう。
That's what she says, but she makes no move to get out of the pool. It seems like Ilya just wants to float here for a while.
じゃあもうちょっとここにいようか。しかし本当にうまいな、イリア。泳ぎセラに教わったのか？
Yeah, it's interesting she's a good swimmer.
セラに教えたのは私よ。セラったら覚えが悪いくせにすっごく水が好きなんだもの。溺れかけたところを何度助けてあげたことか。
なんだ、セラ運動苦手なんだ。
I guess that makes sense.
苦手も苦手、てんでダメ。でも水は自分たちの起源だから慣れておきたいって無理やり頼み込まれたのよ。
Yeah, this is probably a very big ingredient in making a homunculus human.
おかげで私も上手くなっちゃった。泳ぎなんて知識でしか知らなかったのにね。
She laughs happily. That's good. At least it looks like I cheered her up a little.
待った。それじゃあイリアは自分で泳ぎを？
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Being in snowy Germany, from what we've seen, and here. But I guess they could have had a pool in their giant castle mansion.
そうよ。私はローレライだもの。泳
A
ぎぐらい
mermaid.
水の方が教えてくれ
Is
る
that what
わ。
Lorelei means? Huh. Same as before. At Ilya's smile, my mind goes oddly blank. The floating, dizzying feeling is close to a vertigo, but definitely not it.
まず
Look, I know I shouldn't be thinking these things, but it's like this, see,
ストップ、そこまで。いや、イリア泳ごう。波のプールを一周してセイバーたちのところに戻ろう。
Trembling, I frantically shake my head in denial.
ダメ、却下。もう少し休むって言ったでしょ。退屈だって言うなら、そうね。シローに質問してあげる。
質問？
そう。みんなの水着姿見たでしょ。その中で誰が一番綺麗だった？
誰が一番綺麗だったかって。
The prettiest one.
そう。誰が一番綺麗だったか。
That's a tough one. Everyone is just as pretty. No, that probably won't fly.
しょうがないなもう。じゃあセイバーは？シローから見てどうだった？
セイバーはそうだな。健康的というか清楚な花一輪って感じで綺麗だった。
じゃあ次、ライダーは？
ライダーは綺麗ではあったんだが、それ以上に大人というかオリンピック選手というかそんな感じで綺麗だった。
じゃあ次、リーは？
遠坂は鮮やかだった。綺麗っていうならあいつが一番わかりやすい綺麗さだと思う。
じゃあセラは？
セラはそうだな。セラとリズはとにかく
Yeah, me too.
さくらは？
さくらも綺麗だったけど、それ以上に目のやり場に困ったというか
God damn it.
健康的な色っぽさがすごかったよな。
Wholesome, scary. Ilya cuts off her questions. With a small splash, she sinks into the water a little.
じゃあ私は？
Knew that was coming. And that's what she hurls at me. I hang my head. That's right. I think everyone is about equally beautiful, but if I had to choose one above all...
イリアには一番ドキドキした。
Damn it, at this point there's no point in lying to myself any longer. This sudden loss of integrity isn't a lie at all. Ilya in her swimsuit really did charm me to the point that my head went blank.
本当は今もバクバク言ってる。その、なんだ。イリアはドキドキしないか？
Scratching my cheek, I managed to meet her gaze as I asked the question.
すっごくドキドキしてる。
Throwing her arms around my neck, Ilya pushes me into the water.
シロのバカ3時間も待たせて本当に嫌いになっちゃうところだったんだから
Oh my god. She spins around, still attached to my
け
neck.
ど間に合っただろ。午後は丸々残ってる。次はどこに行こうか、イリア。
スライダーあ、もちろんセイバーたちも一緒にね。午前中やきもきさせられた仕返しに午後はずっと見せつけてあげるんだから。
Show you off. The splash she makes is as big as her voice is loud. Like a child who's been waiting forever for her birthday to come, Ilya's little body positively brims with excitement.
よし。後が怖いが、仲良しパワーを見せつけてやるか。
With Ilya riding piggyback, we hurry over to the pool where everyone else is waiting. Happy voices ring out ever louder. Just like the never-ending summer catchphrase, the best day of our lives will continue for a little longer. Well, Ilya was happy, so that's all that matters. Soon, evening was upon us. I guess even the wildest party at a reserved splash could not escape the setting sun.
疲れた。誰よ、どうせならプール全部回ろうなんて言い出したの。これじゃあ間違いなく全身筋肉痛よ、明日。でも楽しかったです。50メートルの飛び込み台とかいつもは恥ずかしくてできなかったですし、出店の鉄板を利用した昼食もなかなかでした。みんなで焼きそばを作るなどめったにない出来事でしょう。
Sounds like a great fucking day.
あなたの料理はひどいものでしたが反面苦渋は反則級に強い。なぜ自分の犯した最悪を他人にと。
Just as it did in the beginning, our group causes a loud commotion, leaving hours of joy behind us. Walking a distance behind the others, Ilya and I watch their smiles. I don't just casually observe them. It's not something that I'll probably see again. So I look hard and carve that sight into my memory.
はい、特別なのはこれでおしまい。ちゃんと体を休めてね、シロ。家に帰ればいつもの夜が待ってるんだから。
Yeah, it's probably the last Waku Waku.
ご忠告どうも。大丈夫。さすがに今夜は出歩かないよ。泳ぎすぎて体中パンパンだ。
It's taking everything I have just to walk home. The nostalgic scent of chlorine comes from my body, which spent the whole day in swimming pools. Falling asleep tonight, the events of today that went by so quickly will be projected on my eyelids instead.
じゃあ美山町でお別れね。セラとリズにも無理させちゃったし、私も今夜は城に戻らなくっちゃ。
そっか。じゃあまた明日な、イリア。
Yeah, she nods. Like older brother and younger sister, or was it older sister and younger brother? Yes, we walk through the darkening town together. Suddenly, there it is. Da-na-na-na. As if meeting me for the first time, Ilya gives an exaggerated bow.
楽しかったわ、シロ。あんな小さな見逃してしまいそうな約束を覚えていてくれてありがとう。
こっちこそ遅くなって申し訳ないぐらいだ。
ええ、いつかまた来ようね、お兄ちゃん。
The sky seems awfully distant. Gradually, the sunlight disappears from the ground. Today was undoubtedly a glorious day. Unlike the fading sunlight, the memories we've created today will last forever. Ilya being happy is always welcomed. Hello, Taiga. We're all sitting in the living room as lunchtime draws near. Suddenly, while watching television,
結婚かいいわよね
those are the words I hear. I sense a sudden and awkward tension in the air. I bet everyone feels the same way.
何タイガー、結婚する気あったの？
Setting her cup of milk tea down on its saucer with a clink, Ilya says what the rest of us are thinking. Sakura then speaks up as well.
爆弾って爆発する前に
Wha-
一瞬だけ静かになるって本当だったんですね。もし結婚式をするならアインツビルン城を貸してあげてもいいわ
Oh,
よ。
damn.
もっとも大河に相手がいればの話だけど。
Tosuka is the next to speak.
あれが爆破の瞬間ね。
Boom.
相手なんているわけないでしょ。シロがだいぶしっかりしてきたからもう大丈夫かなって思ってたらいつの間にやら2人増え3人増えもはやキリツルさんちは夢の温泉宿っていうか最近は女子校のトレンドなのね。もうともかくそんな状態になっているマクツから目を離す暇なんてあるわけないじゃないのよ。タイガ落ち着いてください。私に何ができるというのか。こうなっては教師として姉として
You're the pimp, Taika.
さないよう真剣片手に監視するしかないと思いまして、でもそろそろ面倒いからサクッと虚勢するのも致し方なしと言いましょうか。我が国の伝統芸能である間引きシステムによって攻略対象を1人か2人ぐらい闇に葬るのも検討中というかですね。
What the fuck?
セイバー構わないからやっちゃいなさい。
なんか口にしてたら面白くなってきた。よしやってみよう。そうよね、あれこれ考える前にまずやってみるのが正しいわ。簡単だし。
Thank you. It did not look like a strong blow to me, but it sent Fujina staggering before she gently collapsed onto the floor. I feel sorry for Fujina, but this was the most appropriate and fastest way of dealing with the issue.
タイガは眠っています。
Thank you.
すみませんシロ。とっさのこととはいえ強行手段を取ってしまった。
Fucking judo chopped her. After carrying Fujina to her room, Saber apologizes.
いやセイバーが謝ることじゃない。あのまま放っておいたらどんな惨劇が繰り広げられていたか。
To begin with, it was Tosuka who gave the order.
何よ。あのまま藤村先生の本能の赴くままにしておけばよかったっていうの？
いや文句はない。セイバーがやらなかったら俺が命を賭して食い止めなくちゃいけなかったろうし。
Probably. Thinking it over, I'd say we got away with minimal damage this time.
タイガにも困ったものね。結婚したいならもっと自分本位にならないとダメなのに。人のことばっかり気にして根っからの教師なのね。
My oh my, remarks Ilya as she puts on another pot of tea.
エミヤくん、藤村先生もらってあげれば？ダメです。
Lightning speed response. The words were out of Sakura's mouth before Tosuka could finish saying sensei and almost seemed to leave a sonic boom in their wake. Sonic
冗
boom.
談よ冗談。ほら、エミヤくんなんて驚いて固まっちゃってるじゃない。先輩、その別にそういう意味じゃないんですよ。
And what the heck does it mean is what I want to ask, but decide against delving in further.
しかしなんだよな。
Tell you're walking
藤江も
into.
さ急に結婚とか言われてもピンとこないよな。
まあ普通はそうよね。特に私たちはそのあたりとの縁も薄いし。
She's right about that. None of the usual crowd that gathers here has what you'd call a normal life in regards to marriage or family living. Suddenly, Sakura's eyes meet mine. Tosuka noticed. At an angle, I could see an unpleasant smile directed at me.
何言ってるのリン。あなた、神父が身元引受人だったくせに。
Mm-hmm.
だからって教会に住んでいたんじゃないし、別に馴染みがあるってわけでもないわ。
I suppose so. Although I've never seen one myself, the churches where weddings are supposed to take place in Fuyuki.
ってことはあいつに祝福されて結婚した人たちがいたってことか。
The censor bar. Hello, Kira. That sounds, how should I put this? Less like being wed and more like being judged before God. Some weird sort of Twilight Zone, maybe.
そりゃいたわよ。
You're just very uncomfortably, very tensely in love as you get married by him.
ま、あんなでも神父としては火の打ちどころのないやつだったし、結婚式を挙げた人たち
Yeah,
は
probably.
満足してたと思うけど。
He was a very good priest, as far as I understand. On the surface. Right. The scary thing is, aside from his personality, as a priest that man was perfect. Well, when it comes to marriage, Kuzuki-sensei and Castor story is the closest. Does that count?
よろしいでしょうか。結婚式ということでしたら、私にも経験があります。一応ですが、挙式は城で行いましたので。
Sakura Tosaka and I freeze in shock.
みんな何固まってるのよ。セイバーが結婚してたなんて当たり前のことでしょ。
そういえばそうだったわね。
I see. Saber's legend includes a lot of facts that may or may not be true, but marriage is one that is often mentioned. It's just that knowing the way it ends, it can't possibly be a good topic to bring up out of mere curiosity. Tosaka and Sakura seem to have the same thought as we exchange glances.
ねえ、どんな風に暮らしてたの？
あまり参考になるとは思いませんよ、イリアスフィール。それでも良いのですか？
ええ、参考にする気なんてないもの。
そうですか。
This is the part where not having Fujine around really helps.
式そのものは盛大なものでした。国を挙げてのものでしたが、
Wow.
7日ほど続いたでしょうか。私と彼女、ギネビアの
Guinevere.
国中に祝福されたものだったと言えるでしょう。偽りとはいえ、私も男性として彼女を愛そうと誓いました。とはいえ、私は彼女の夫である前に、もっとひどい言い方をするのであれば、王として彼女と結
King
婚したと
before
は言え
everything.
る。
じゃあ、好きじゃなかったのに、その人と結婚したんですか？
ええ。私なりに彼女に好意を抱いてはいましたが、それだけでは夫として不十分だったのでしょうね。結果として、私たちは互いを裏切ることになった。彼女が不遇の人生を送り、その名誉を汚された責任の一端は、間違いなく私にありま
And
した。
boy Lancelot.
それでも、確かに私は、できる限り男性として、彼女を愛そうとしたのです。婚姻そのものは政治のためでしたが、あの結婚式の時だけは、彼女の幸福を切に願えた。それは私にとっても、人間として、幸福な時間だったと思います。
The way she told that story was much too calm. I could not possibly understand just what kind of different emotions were mixed in there. And with that, Saber's tale comes to an end with a smile, mixed with just a hint of loneliness. Alright then, Jesus Christ. Didn't expect to hear her talk about that, though. Taiga getting chopped unconscious was pretty great. Oh god. Ryder. Perhaps I should pop into the storehouse for a moment and see how things look. All I've been doing in here lately is organizing the place, so I thought I'd try fixing some of the broken things I had set aside for a change.
シロ、ちょっとよろしいですか？
What up?
なん
Boing.
シロ、調子が悪いので見ていただきたいと。どこか緩んでいるのか、手で押さえていてもぐらついて心もとないのです。これまで由楽のままに手荒に扱いすぎたせいなのか、少し触れただけで張りが弱くなっているようで。
Oh, so this huge chest barrier was Ryder. No, that's not it.
修理って
Bounded
何を
field.
無理、そんなのの修理なんて絶対無理。というか俺がやったらダメすぎる。
What does he think she's talking about?
ほら そういうことはセイバーには縁がないから。父さん
Oh, I see. Right, right. Why would you? God damn it, Shiro.
そうだ、さくらだ。さくらが詳しくないはずがない。今こそさくらが一番頼りになるとき。ああ、もうさくらしかいない。さくらで行こ
う。自転車のことなのですが、今シロは忙しいのですか？
いや、さくらほどじゃないです。
涼しくなってきましたね。
Oh, Shiro. Damn, this height difference. If I were another head taller, I wouldn't have lost face in that misunderstanding. Even walking beside her is just... Is Shiro that much shorter than her? I didn't think so. That his face is at her chest level? No way, dude.
そろそろシロも首元が隠れるような暖かい服を着てはどうです？先ほどから吸血跡が目につい。いえ。涼しくなってきましたね。
Hearing those words coming from so far above make me feel like a kindergartner being spoken to by a teacher. The height difference is weighing on my mind whether I like it or not. I see you're still feeding on him, I guess.
はい。
いや、羨ましいんだ。俺ももう少し背が高ければって思ってるし。
I love that they're showing us this. You'll get there, apparently.
モデルみたいに凛々しいし、いるだけで人の目を引きつける魅力もあるじゃんか。
しかし、可愛くはありません。
Cute's overrated. Cute.
それには小柄であることが前提です。私にはどうしようもない。
True, cute tends to be used to praise something small and delicate, and Ryder has just the opposite qualities.
可愛いって思われたかったんだ。
What would a cute Ryder look like? Clutching a plushie that she always talks to? Just watch the Babylonia anime. Playing video games and getting so absorbed in them that she'd move along with the characters, hitting her head on the coffee table and knocking herself. What the wait, what? Peeking at the tea cakes that Issei shared with me, saying, "Fufu, what shall we do with these, Shiro?" and grinning ear to ear. I think all of those positions are already filled. People yearn for what they do not have, and apparently even Ryder, who looks like a faultless beauty to me, is no exception.
けど、そればかりは仕方がないやな。そうだ、逆にさ、背が高くて得したことは？
あまりないですね。
例えば商店の一番上の棚にも手が届くとか、人混みの中で待ち合わせの時目印になるとか。
不利益と差し引きすればマイナスだと断言できます。
不利益？
What are the disadvantages? She has a pensive, melancholy look, as if she is deep in thought. Looking up at her, I get the impression that she's really distressed on the inside. Perhaps there's lots of filth I end up not seeing due to my height, but Ryder has in plain view. What a mechanic thought. Even so, I'm still envious of tall people. They can forget the minor stuff and let their feelings become grand. Yo-ho. Yeah, that's right. Climbing up to a high place makes you feel so grand that you just want to yell at the top of your lungs. Isn't that nice being in up high, by virtue of being so tall?
Yahoo!
Would go around yelling yoo-hoo at my age. Nobody in their right mind, that's for sure. Yahoo!
このヤッホーは。
God damn it. Ilya, you are in too many scenes in this part. I'm gonna need you to relax. This is Ilya's day, apparently. Ilya! Coming from high up, watch out! Off the top rope! Oh god! No, really, has someone photoshopped this into a wrestling ring? About to body slam Shiro, probably? Flying, falling. That is an inevitable law of physics, and not even Ilya is above it. However, why is it that creatures that cannot fly in the sky always try to do so? The real reason might be that falling is more fun than flying. He's actually falling in slow motion. Magic. She dives, keeping herself in a basic arch stance, and I execute a perfect catch. But I couldn't cancel out the kinetic energy. In my rush to protect Ilya, I end up tumbling magnificently to the ground. I'm in a spin cycle.
大丈夫シロ？
いたずらが過ぎるぞ。
Why are there plates in here? Ilya seems to be alright. Although my now battered body is another story.
ここにはガラクタが山ほどあって危ないんだからな。崩れてきたら怪我どころじゃ済まないんだぞ。
Looks pretty organized from the CG. That's why I want to be taller. I could have caught her easily just now. I always laugh at like, and maybe I'm just a, I don't know, when in shows or something there's like a piece of paper and two pillows on the ground and people are like, God, I'm such a slob, my room is so messy. Like, there are 3 things on the floor. That's not a no.
シロは心配性なんだから。
I stiffen, thinking she may have gotten caught on something. I look back. The bicycle rider was pushing has fallen down. Rider is frozen stiff, her arms held out in the air as if still holding the handlebars. Oh god, yeah, from Ryder's insecurity, which we know is contributed by her, how she compares herself to her sisters as well, is her ultimate jealousy in that regard would be Ilya, so...
ライダー
She hasn't even noticed that the bicycle is down. I look over at her to see what might be wrong and realize that the pupils of her eyes behind her mystic eye-killing glasses aren't focusing.
ライダーどうかしたのか。
はい、姉様。
Oh my god, she has PTSD! Jesus. So I was her elder sister. Come to think of it, every time Ryder's with me, she is always considerate, stepping aside and acting with particular respect. Honestly, I don't mind her reserved demeanor, but I had been struggling to find the words to describe that kind of distance between us. I see, so I was her elder sister. Shiro, what? Like hell I am.
いえ、何でもありません、シロ。
Her voice got so high, too.
どうか、今
Oh god, he's traumatized. Yeah, we saw that part where they bullied the fuck out of her. Like, for way too long. Ryder looks around awkwardly. She's behaving really suspiciously.
そう、自転車の調子が悪いので見ていただきたいと。どこか緩んでいるのか、手で押さえていてもこの通り少しぐらついて心もとないのです。これまでユラクのまま手荒に扱いすぎたせいでしょうが、一つシロの手で修復をお願いします。
ああ、それはさっき聞いた。そしてそれは自転車じゃなくて猫の大好き空間スリルキャットタワー。
Sorry, what?
猫が登ったり爪を研いだり用を足したりする万能ジャングルジムで、藤姉がどこからか拾ってきていつの間にか勝手にここに置いていったやつ。
What? The bike is still down there. Up here she comes again. Off the top rope, Ilya. As if to break through the awkward silence, the white one dives again. Ah, I can't take my eyes off this little berserker for an instant. This time, the comet is heading straight for Ryder. Berserker Ilya sounds ridiculous.
はい。
She'll be fine. With her tall stature and supernatural strength, she can catch Ilya easily. She's not going to, is she? How nice it is to be tall. Look, she doesn't even flinch after catching Ilya. She doesn't flinch, but...
なんで
Dumbstruck Ryder has turned into a statue. Oh god. I think what broke is her brain.
ライダー
ライダー怖がってる。やー
Oh, she must really remind her of her sisters. Oh god. Ryder of all people is shrieking in terror, all the while attempting to shake off Ilya, who is clinging onto her. There are some serious psychological issues at play here, no doubt.
ダメ。シロ、早く取ってください。
Oh god.
失礼ね。黒いラインを毛虫みたいに扱うなんて。そんなこと言うライダーにはこうしちゃうんだから。
I watched Inglorious Bastards in the past month, so I remember that word. Hugging her neck, Ilya rubs her cheek against Ryder's face. What a strange reaction. Don't tell me there are secrets to Ryder which we are not yet aware of. Well, there are indeed. Now let us tell the tale of a distant foreign country. Oh boy. It is a dark tale tainted with fresh blood. The story of a female monster, the mere mention of which makes one tremble in fear. The legend of Medusa. Are we... Oh god. It takes place in a foreign land known as the Shapeless Isle. A faraway island that lies beyond the Okeanos, known to no one but the three Grey Witches. The Grey... It is said that a fallen goddess that transformed into the terrible Gorgon lived there. Okeanos. Many warriors reached this temple, shrouded in mystery. Some went to confirm the legend of the Gorgon. Others went to claim the glory of slaying the Gorgon. Some were dispatched to the island with an oracle's dazzling prophecy. Yet others equipped themselves with swords, spears, bows, and arrows, and traveled there with nary a word spoken to anyone else. Yet none of them still breathe. Not a single one escaped the island alive. They did not die and return to the earth either. Turned into stone alive, their lives simply ended there. The owner of Cybele, the mystic eyes of petrification, walks through the temple. Her hair is like silk of the Far East, and her skin is white like freshly fallen snow. And yet she is drier than the desert of Nubia and more vicious than a sandstorm. She gazes at the stone statues of the petrified heroes, taking special notice of one of them. A statue of a huge man carrying a spear. His bulging sinews remind her of the great physical strength he had while he was still alive. As the temple's queen looks over the stone figure, her lips curve slightly. She raises her strange-looking dagger overhead in front of the pitiful man. Pulling the chain attached to the double-edged dagger now sticking out from the statue, she wraps it around another statue. Standing in front of the chain now stretched between the two figures, she bends down to the basket at her feet. And picks up a heap of laundry. Just everyday life on the Shapeless Isle. In the basket are a multitude of clothes made from expensive silk and linen decorated with laces and ribbons. She washes them all diligently, rinsing in the river and then hanging them up on the chains one by one. Stoically, she labors on. The moment it falls into her hands, a spear turns into a clothesline, a sword into a hanger, and a helmet into a shoe drying rack. Just Medusa things. Thus, having finished hanging up the laundry, she notices a single statue casting a shadow on the clothes and proceeds to kick it down. Her work is finally completed. The owner of the mystic eyes looks at the statues scattered throughout the temple. She sighs listlessly. She sits down on the statue of a man trying to crawl away to escape. Under the pleasantly warm sunlight, a dry wind breezes through her hair and the laundry. Bathed by the rays of sunlight, she gazes at the sun absent-mindedly. Right now, she is neither a goddess worshipped by many, nor a monster which shakes the earth, but a young woman enjoying the tranquility. Here comes the roast. Suddenly, a voice filled with anger echoes in the temple. It's gonna be over something so little like... Who knows? Not that this is a rare occurrence on this island. Seeking the glory of exterminating the Snake Witch, many people come day and night to kill her. As a result, it seems that there will be one more clothes hanger to join the cemetery of bizarre stone statues. However, the owner of the mystic eyes, who is supposed to smack her lips at her new sacrifice, cowers as if meeting the end of the world. appearing on the top of the stairs overlooking the forest of stone statues. There's only a single girl in a dazzling outfit.
あなたはなんてことを。だって洗濯物を干すのにその錆び臭い鎖は使うなとあれほど言ったじゃないの。
お許しください姉様。便利なものでつい。
Elder sister.
お黙りなさい。ああもう私の端正だった服に鎖の凹凸の跡がついて台無しじゃない。でかいあなたがバカ力で力任せにこするから汚れだけでなく神聖まで落としていいこと。私の体を飾る衣装はあなたの粗雑な服とは違うのです。
Wow.
大柄だからってやることなすことずさんなんだから。
はい申し訳ございません。
それに私の靴あんなブサイクな男の上に乗せるなんてどういうこと。お気に入りの靴だったのにあれじゃあ汚らわしくてもう履けないわ。大女総見に知恵が回りかねと言うけれどあなたと来たら品位や美意識まで欠けているようね。
はい返す言葉もございません。
その服は陰干ししなきゃダメじゃない。
How the f- What?
焦っちゃってる。もう洗濯一つ満足にできないどころか服を全部ダメにしちゃうなんて信じられない。あなたは究極の疫病神なの？それとも最高の役立たずなの？どうなの？答えなさいダメデューサ。
Medusaless. Jesus.
それは姉様次は気をつけます。
まだわからないよ、
Get ready for the next 15 minutes.
あなたに次なんてないのよ。ああもう私は明日から何を着ればいいの？あなたみたいに裸同然のハレンチな格好で過ごせというの？
でもこの服は姉様たちの。
何よ文句あるの？あなたには私たちの余り物で十分でしょうに。
This beautiful woman was told off completely by a girl with a height lower than her chest. It might have looked charming to an observer, but sadly there's nobody there to watch but wordless stone statues now.
まったくどれもこれも醜いわ。女の気を引きたがるような下びた顔ばっかりで男はこんな顔するようになったらおしまいね。これからは美形の男だけ石にしなさい。鑑賞価値のないここの石像は全部砕いて片付けること。
そんなだってこんなにあるのに。
姉の私がやれと言ったらやるのよ。あなたは妹。この島では奴隷以下の存在なんだから。あとこの前みたいに手を抜いてベルレフォンで石像を一掃するなんてのはダメよ。そんなことしたら神殿まで焼け焦げちゃうでしょ。
Oh my god. Can't even use her powers.
まったくバレなければいいだなんて誰に似たのかしら。
姉様だと思うけど。
Like it was you.
聞こえたわよメデューサ。
That is the scariest face I've seen in this visual novel.
信じられない。さっきあなたは奴隷以下だと断ったばかりなのにそれをもう忘れて姉に反乱を起こすなんて。
Is she stronger than Medusa? Like, is she older, but can she, like... I mean, I get Medusa would never, like, fight her or do because of... Like, she's already fucked up mentally by her, but...
そこまでは。
I mean, granted, considering what she does to her later, I guess that was her revenge in a way, even though she still felt like shit because, in a way, she does treasure at least having her sisters there with her rather than being alone. Just... That's a whole other thing, but... Either way, she's fucked. Poor Medusa.
やっぱり物覚えの悪いあなたには絶対霊獣の態度を体で教えてあげなきゃわからないかしら。あ、逃げるなんて許さないわよ、メデューサ。
Checking off the restraining voice of her pursuer, the owner of Mystic Eyes dashes off at full speed. She's heading for the stable. There resides her Pegasus, a gift from the god of the sea, Poseidon. She needs to get on the winged specimen of a phantasmal species and escape to the skies for a while, far away from the reach of her sister's hands. And she just has to pray that her sister's mood would change before she returns.
そうすると掃除と食事の用意が。でもあのままだったらお仕置きされて結局できないし。
Run away! She laments while fleeing away. Thanks to her long legs, her sister couldn't catch up to her on foot. She felt gloomy at the thought that this was the only time that she was thankful for her tall stature.
私も姉様みたいに可愛ければいいのに。
That's where it comes from. She opens the door of the stable, though I think it's like I don't actually know, but I assume so given just the prevalence in anime culture of like the valuing of cuteness. Like, obviously to me, Ryder is like fucking perfect, but and there's like her own personal trauma here, but I think this is like a thing in Japanese culture itself, or at least when it comes to anime. I'm not sure. She opens the door of the stable, but the owner of the Mystic Eyes stands still in shock.
姉様。
The girl holding the reins to Pegasus laughs slightly.
ごめんなさいね、メデューサ。ちょうど遠乗りから帰ってきたばかりで、この子は疲れ切っています。私はともかく、あなたのように大きくて重たい乗り手は
Terrible.
もう乗せられないでしょうね。
そんな。今日は朝から休ませてあげるって。
島の外に出たいの？それなら泳いでいけばいいでしょ。あなたの肥えた体なら水によく浮きますもの。
Bruh, I'm pretty sure the only fat on her body is in her chest. Like, this is ridiculous.
いいですか？持ち主として注意しますが、今日はこの子を使ってはいけません。
だってその子は私がいただいて。
困ったメドゥーサね。妹のものは姉のもの、姉のものは姉のものだと何度言えばわかるのでしょう。
I might have to burn her in FGO now, to be honest.
すぐ楽して私
You
の
are
手
the
まで
worst.
出かけようとするのはおやめなさい。悲しいわ。その物臭なところは一体誰に似たのかしら。聞こえましたよメドゥーサ。仕方ありませんね。
No wonder she fucking eats
私
you.
も本意ではありませんが、妹が姉に背くとどうなるか体で教えて差し上げます。
The hell?
今度は何も言ってません。ごめんなさい。
The owner cannot help but dart out of the stable, however.
あら、私のところに戻ってくるなんて姑息なあなたにしては殊勝な心がけね。
下姉様。
あら、私がメドゥーサを捕まえてくださったの？
上姉様。
This will require some explanation. Yeah, so I know that, like, Uriel and Stheno are, like, kind of two parts of the same, but, like, also separate. But, yeah, I'm going to need a bit more there. The two girls giving Medusa a hard time, each one the spitting image of the other. These two are, in fact, Medusa's older sisters. The oldest one is Stheno, the strong. The younger one is Uriel, the far flyer. Finally, the youngest and tallest, alike yet different, is Medusa, the woman that dominates. These three lovely ladies were the infamous Gorgon sisters. Well, I guess it is that, I guess they just look the same? I'm not entirely sure of the lore between those two, or why exactly they look the same. Exiled to the Shapeless Isle, turning one brave man after another into stone, they were prominent monsters even in the world of Greece. However, as a side note to avoid any misunderstanding, it was only the youngest sister, Medusa, who struck fear into the hearts of heroes. That is to say, the two older sisters could not boast of any fighting prowess at all. Or rather, while they had been acquiring an entirely different ill reputation than Medusa, her sisters were revered as goddesses by the nearby men. Originally, they were ancient indigenous gods of Greece. Nevertheless, jealous of their beauty, the goddess Athena took away their faith from the people and exiled them to the Shapeless Isle. Although only Medusa alone received Athena's ire out of care for their younger sister, the siblings accompanied her to the Isle as well. Ah, wow. Since then, rumors about them being monsters started circulating amongst people. Wow, so they voluntarily came here with her. However, a rumor is still only a rumor. They did not become monsters and merely continued to spend their days like before. The legendary infamous Medusa aside, the first and second daughters were literally perfected goddesses. The oldest daughter, Stheno, a lady with elegant demeanor, overflowing grace and wisdom in her words and actions, a goddess said to be the ideal woman. It is said that merely hearing one's name escape from her lips is enough to make a man lose his senses over the rapturous feeling and swear eternal loyalty to her. The second daughter, Uriel, a lady with carefree demeanor, overflowing smile, and the essence of purity in her words and actions, a goddess said to be the ideal girl. It is said that merely hearing one's name escape from her lips is enough to make a man tremble all over with honor and swear to protect her even at the cost of his life. Unlike Medusa, these two goddesses had neither mystic eyes nor supernatural strength. With merely the power of immortality and eternal youth, they were just weak girls. Athena lied about them, that the reason they would never grow old was because they were monsters. That was false. Different from the gods of Olympus who needed to consume the golden apples to stop aging, the sisters, especially Stheno and Uriel, were born into this world as idols, completely immortal. They were the embodiment of the yearning hearts of men. Although they would never age, they were the weakest beings in this world. With no power to fight, these immortal girls would starve if left alone. They could not live without help from others, aka help from Medusa. That is the divine essence of these Gorgon sisters, which I guess you could say is also the reason they came with her. Although, they probably would still have men or people to tend to them if they stayed, so, you know, I mean, it even said out of care for their sister they came, so. That is the divine essence of these Gorgon sisters. From the moment they were created and up until the moment they are destroyed, they will remain the same. Except the youngest, who is a failure from birth. Yikes! The youngest daughter, Medusa. Different from her older sisters, she did not have the skills of a perfect goddess. The two older sisters were forever young, but Medusa's immortality was imperfect. As a result, in spite of being the younger sister, Medusa grew older and taller than her sisters, and was revered as a monster different from them altogether. As a side note, one ought to mention that she was a great goddess nevertheless. The Gorgon sisters were the results of the deification of the same natural phenomena. One could call them copies or clones. It could have been a mistake during her birth, or there might have been a deeper significance to it, but the youngest sister, Medusa, was not copied correctly, so yeah, so the first two got it. That's why they look the same. The older sisters embodied the concept of forever young and immortal, yet Medusa received nothing of the sort. Nevertheless, as a compensation, Medusa was endowed with various abilities which her sisters were not. The mystic eyes of petrification, a supernatural ability to interfere with nature, and excellent physical abilities. All of these can be said to be divine powers indispensable in protecting her sisters who couldn't live in this world by themselves. However, it was those physical differences that caused the sisters, once united, to become three different individuals. It is not a surprising development for Medusa, different from the start, but in the process of interacting with one such sibling, even the two others, who were meant to be the same, eventually showed slight irregularities. The youngest sister, an expert in combat, and her older sisters who perfected themselves as idols. Unlike Medusa, they liked humans very much. They welcomed the men who visited their island, comforted them, and sent them on a new adventure. Eternal idols, the incarnations of the image of a pure maiden, idealized, never-aging young girls, twin deities in a class entirely different from that of the haughty goddesses with full curves. That's right, as goddesses whose purpose was just to be loved and spoiled, being cute was their specialty. The ultimate sisters whose beauty would never be matched even by Medusa's best efforts, they were the Snow White goth lolly idol duo. For Stheno and Uriel, that was the meaning of their very existence. Well, that's what the men observing from afar and oblivious of their true character said of them. Really, they were assholes. The eldest daughter, Steno, a lady with elegant demeanor, overflowing grace and wisdom in her words and actions. A goddess said to be the ideal woman. It is said that merely... Okay, yep. However, according to a certain younger sister who wishes to remain anonymous, she would say that Steno was the perfect example of laziness. She had not the slightest interest in things she didn't like. Worse still, this monstrous sister's cruelty towards those she had no interest in would make the watchdogs of hell tremble in fear. The second daughter, Uriel. Yep, all those great things. However, according to a certain younger sister who once again wishes to remain anonymous, she would say that Uriel was the ultimate display of mood swings. On top of that, she was sly as well. If I keep quiet, no one will be mad, and if I don't get caught, then there was nothing wrong, ho ho ho. And yet she would feel just a little guilty later. That's the impish, cowardly second sister, and that was like the exact things they accused Medusa of, like honestly, where'd you get that from? Unlike Medusa, they like humans very much. They welcomed the men who visited their islands, comforted them, and sent them on a new adventure. But even that was a gigantic trap. They loved everything pretty and cute freely and unconditionally. Indeed, these two devils did love humans. However, what they loved was not simply humans as living beings, but rather toying with the people they liked, embarrassing and driving them to their ruin. In short, watching them struggle. They loved it more than life itself.
姉様それは姉様たちが無条件で嫌う醜いものだと思うのですが
呆れた取り返しのつかないほど趣味が悪いのねメデューサいいこと綺麗なものがこの上なく無様に踊るそれが本当の美しさというものよ
Hence, many brave men became the sisters' sacrifice. The heroes who came seeking to court them were met with impossible demands and went back to their countries weeping. Poor fools, alas the terrifying devilish three sisters. Some went to challenge the she-monster Medusa to gain fame and were petrified. Others went to seek the hand of the goddess in marriage and ended up ridiculed beyond all reason until they met their death. O brave warriors, if there are men amongst you, they shall do well to leave this place. This is the island at the utmost end of the world, an evil paradise inhabited by women of peerless beauty. Look, pal, I'm telling you for your own good, just don't ever get involved with the goddess. This island practically exists to teach you this lesson, you know? Thank you. And that is the rough summary of the story behind the Temple of Darkness. Poor Medusa. A peaceful afternoon without any challengers, which was quite rare. As part of the daily ritual, Medusa is being picked on by the two older sisters again.
私からも逃げようとしてたのふーん私に何をしたのかまずは話を聞きたいわ
Medusa is caught between the two sisters, each a spitting image of the other. Unlike Medusa, who matures slowly but surely, her older sisters remain forever the same. Since the basics of their personalities are the same, they sense the same things as well. Far surpassing telepathy, they are more like two parts of the same body, each of them feeling everything the other does.
そう私に逆らったのねあなた私に二度も逆らったことになるわねええ私への侮辱は私への侮辱だからじゃあ私と私がお仕置きをしてあげないともちろん妹を押し付けるのは姉の義務であり権利であり
Solemnly, Uriel turns to a statue standing beside Medusa, a slim and tall warrior raising a huge sword overhead.
顔もまあまあ整ってるしこれがいいかしら
Holding onto the man's armor, she pulls herself up with all her strength as if trying to tear the pieces off.
下姉様
Flexing her short limbs, Uriel steadily climbs up the man's body.
下姉様危ないからやめないと
メドゥーサこれはお仕置きです
What is this punishment?
あなたは動かないように
はい
Like a slithering serpent, With slow and steady movements, she flows towards the top of the statue. Not able to take her eyes off Uriel, Medusa feels as if all of her own limbs are entangled by a snake, unable to even twitch.
絶景誰かを見下ろすっていうのはこんなに気持ちがいいものなのね。浅はかなメドゥーサが増長するのもやる方ないのかもしれません。
では私はお許しいただけるのでしょうか。
メデューサ、物覚えの悪いあなたのことだからもう一度だけ命令してあげるわ。いい？絶対に避けちゃダメよ。
Her small body dances in the air, which is hardly surprising given that she is Uriel the Far Flyer. The flying goddess leaps towards Medusa's snow-white neck, grins wide, opens her mouth and bares her fangs, and then delivers an evil kiss. Yo. A battle cry that punches through the skin and pierces the blood vessels below. The sweet music of smacking lips, a dancing tongue, and slurping sounds following. And then a blood-curdling scream from Medusa. One wonders what those who came to know of her later would think if they saw her like this. Preying not on individuals but on an entire city, the demon Medusa sucked the blood of hundreds of people in one night. To think that she was being treated the same by this cute little girl.
姉様、痛いです。あとくすぐったい。いいざま。妹の分際で姉を見下ろしているのが気に入らなかったのよ。
The tall woman trembles in fear, and the cute little girl clings tightly onto her.
私だけというのは
Oh god.
どっちかしらね。
Steno from the back of Pegasus licks her lips.
おとなしくしなさいメデューサ。痛いのは抵抗するからですよ。上姉様。
Her blood plundered from both sides of her nape, Medusa is entranced, standing stock still. Like an endless bout of anemia. It is no longer screams that she lets out, the noises now resemble the creaking of some broken mechanism. Well, that was disturbing.
妹ってなんてグズで横着で短慮でボンクラのくせになんて血だけがこんなに美味しいのかしら。お許しください、お姉様。
The two sucking sounds weave with each other in melodious harmony, echoing within the tempo. Part of the daily ritual, the youngest sister is being disciplined by the mean sisters today. It shall be said again, that is not a rare occurrence on this island. Poor Medusa. Those little shits. As I come to, I find myself at the storehouse. The sunlight is now considerably lower. Has it been a whole hour already?
変だな。何してたんだっけ、俺たち。
I tilt my head.
何って、私は素人ライダーが土蔵に入ったからこっそり後をつけて。あれ？
Ilya also tilts her head. Ryder frowns deeply.
どうしたライダー、頭痛か？というか、どうしてたんだっけ、俺たち。
いえ、特別なことは何も。単にシローがもう少し背が高ければいいという希望を口にしていただけです。
ああ。
That was a lot. I clapped my hands together. Yeah, we did talk about something like that, didn't we? However, if that's the case, then what is bike number 2 doing at Ryder's feet?
ライダー、その転がってる2号のことだけど。
さあ、 2号車がなぜここに放置されているか私は全く感知していませんから。そうですよね、シロ。
ああ、そうだよな。ライダーはここに立ち寄っただけだもんな。2号は
Despite my mind still being a bit foggy up to that point, with Ryder's gaze fixed upon me, I start to feel that there's nothing else to it.
ええ、きっとシローがこれから修理するために持ってきたのでしょう。私からの要求はありませんが、メンテナンスをするというのならペダル周りとフレームの強化をしてください。それでは私はこれで失礼します。それとイリアスフィール、元気なのは微笑ましいのですが、あなたのような幼い少女には高いところは似合いません。似合いませんので、間違っても土蔵の2階からダイブだけはしないように。
Oh, I see. Her diving down, got it. That's why I reminded her, got it. Because she's small and cute and also did that, which was just like that moment.
頼まれたってそんなことしないのに。
結構です。イリアスフィールは物分かりが良くていい。
PTSD.
それでは夕食に。
Flashing an adult-like smile, Ryder leaves the storehouse. Fascinated by the back of the cool adult-like figure, I see her off in a daze. The stylish woman hits her head and crouches down in pain.
ライダー。
ご心配なく。それとシロ。
Wait, did she hit her head on the top of the door frame?
背が高くて。
Isn't she like 5'7"? Tottering, Ryder disappears towards the courtyard. Iskandar would be fucked. I see. Being tall is unexpectedly troublesome, huh? Yet you and Waver end up freakishly tall for some reason. It's just after 9 p.m. and dinner's already over. Alright. Alright, well, we got plenty of stuff to see yet. Who knows what else we see at this point? Who knows what we talk about with Ryder? Who knows with Sakura and even with Rin there? But that is it for this part. Thank you very much for watching. We got to go to Waku Waku with everyone. That was tight. Saber chopped Taiga, that was great. Ryder's PTSD. Her sisters are worse. I'm gonna fucking burn them at FGO, man. Fuck it. Like, I never use them. I can't. Oh god. There's 2 scenes now in this game where we're just sitting through their roasts. I love Medusa too much to take that. God damn it. Regardless, we are going to go to the Emmas now. Let's see. 800, 800, 800. Oh, we got a few to do. Alright, well, I guess we might as well do these before we end. Hey, there we go. Dude. Liz, though.
セラとリーゼリット
My
の水
god.
着ね。
ほう、思いのほか似合うものだな。二人の髪型もついに判明したわけだ。人によってはそれも大いに嬉しかろう。
Yes. I like Liz's hair a lot.
セラの貧乳っぷりがポイントなんですって。
What the fuck? Also, why? I wasn't gonna say it, but why are they small? They both have. Alright.
怒るのか。一生に付したりはしないのか。正直、体型の話題には飽き気味なのだが、ここは千載一遇の機会でもあるし、一つ徹底的に。
死になさい。
What was Archer about to talk about there? R.I.P. Archer. Alright. Oof. This is the best one. This is perfect. Best one. Best Emma. Best 800 yen I've ever spent. Yes. Yes.
ライダーの水着および骨董品店での勤務スタイルか。アダ姿についてはもはや語るまでもないかな。サングラスバージョン中央は 結局未使用のま
Yeah, I
ま
like the
お
sunglasses.
蔵入りになったものだ。
Though I do prefer seeing her eyes, so good choice.
私がマガン封じのコンタクトを試作したからね。24時間しか持たない使い捨てとはいえ、素材が素材だけに意外と簡単だったな。
That's funny.
なるほど。では素材はクリスタルガラス。
I didn't know Reen made the contacts, or I forgot, I guess.
エメラルドよ。ブルージの本町に長年預けてあったちょっと癖のある原石を加工してもらったの。
Damn.
使い捨てと申されたかな。
Disposable.
ああ、
Yeah, it's Reen just realized. Come on, Gem Lord. So wasteful. There's
イエ
Elia.
スフィール、水着。この形容しがたい、いたたまれなさは何だろうか。
You're not the only one.
我々は犯罪的と犯罪のどちらがより罪であり罰であるのか見つめ直す必要があるわね。
ない。
さて、
Time to leave.
イリアスフィールが3度のご飯よりもラブなお兄ちゃんたちに偉い人からお知らせがあります。新しい格好が実は
God
水
damn it.
着しか
God damn it.
せん。ごめんね。
Do not exist. Alright, what's the last one here? And the sisters.
ライダーの不老不死の姉、長女ステンヌと次女エウリワレ。
ところで、この二人は見分ける方法があるのか。
The older one kinda, at least how I think, kinda speaks in a more mature way. The younger one is kinda like a little bit louder, a bit more younger sounding, I guess, which makes sense. But I don't know, were they switching at a point there? There was a point there where I couldn't tell. Where like they started speaking in third person, and I don't know, probably driving home the fact that they're copies and in tune, but
違いは名前と性格だけ。あとは髪
Yeah,
の
their
太さ
personalities.
細胞の一つとして違いはないよね。もちろん三女ライダーへの愛情も。
ライダーも気の毒にな。
exactly. Thank you, Archer.
どうして？綺麗で可愛いお姉さんじゃない。
But they're
気の
adorable.
毒にな。
Porter, exactly. Thank you. Omikuji, why not? Direction, head east, school, don't put yourself down. Debt, good. Very good luck. Nice. Alright, well, I guess that's it for this one. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll hit all of our new scenes before we move on. Because since we're at the end here, so we really want to make sure we get all the things, so yeah. Thank you once again. See you next time. Peace.